Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. This is episode 324, titled Listen to the Right Voice, here on the Daily Drip. If you've listened to last week's extended cut, you heard the story of my experience on the rowing machine. Now, for those that haven't heard it, this is, a summary of what it was. On Friday, I went and I decided that I was going to do above and beyond what I normally do on the row machine. It was a strict cardio-only day. Now, I usually do a pre or post row workout with my lifts, and it's usually about 2,000, it's almost exactly 2,000 meters each time that I do this. I put it up on 10 resistance at the highest level and just go for about 2,000 meters. It usually takes me about 10 to 12 minutes, depending on the day. And it's more about just following through with some cardio. On Friday, I wanted to up the ante and get back on track with just better practice on the cardio side. So I jumped on the rower and set it for a 5,000 meter challenge. I was shooting for a sub 25 minute time, which isn't that tough, but at 10 resistance, it's a good little challenge. Now, what ended up happening is when I hit that 2,000 meter mark, even though I got there fairly easy and pretty quick, all of a sudden this other voice in my head started to speak super loud, which was this voice of, hey, Dallas, you've done a good job. You've already done 500 meters than what you usually do. And it was giving me this out. And I found it very difficult. To quiet that voice. What I ended up doing is I ended up giving power to and focusing on the voice that was saying, hey, Dallas, you got this, man. There is a solid chance that you break a 20-minute time. You should strive for that. Now, all of a sudden, there was this quarrel. There was this fight between these two voices. Gratefully, the better voice, the right voice, won out this battle, and I was able to get to a 23 minutes and 2 second time with the challenge that I had given to myself, and I was excited to be able to build on that for next week. But this experience, it opened up my eyes to how many times in recent times I have listened to the wrong voice and have given myself an out and patted myself on the back when I could have done more. Right? And we always talk about Timmick here on the Growthcast. We talk about the most important conversation. And I think it's important to dive into the fact that within that conversation, there is two voices that are constantly battling. Right? There's this wrong voice and the right voice. And by the wrong voice, I mean there's this voice that gives you an out. There's this voice that stops you short of your best and limits you. And then there's this unlimiting voice. There's this voice that amplifies who you are and pushes you. And that is today's invitation. It's to listen to that right voice and to drown out the naysayer. Right? Within Timmick, there are two voices. We've got to identify the right voice within the moments we face and listen to that right voice and drown out the naysayer, quiet the critic, and tell that version of you, that wrong version, that limiting version, to be quiet. Put that version of you in its place. What was it that Henry Ford said? He said something like, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. Well, today's invite is to think you can. How do you do that? You tell the can't voice plainly to just be quiet. Shut up. You muzzle that voice. Again, today's invite, stop listening to the wrong voice and start heeding advice and direction from the right one. All right, everybody, make it a great day. We'll see you guys back here again tomorrow.